Sorry guys for that thing.
And thanks for the person who told about the recording.
So yes, guys, I'll be starting from first because in case if anyone have missed out, so that he could get understand about what we have started. So a storage account basically used to keep your data inside that you can access globally, or like whenever you have kept this thing, it provides you a way to access data to other resources which you need to integrate over there. So standard and premium, standard is like whenever you have general amount of walk-ins, so that you can go with standard. And premium is like whenever there's more amount of walk-in, you need your website to kick in at every point of time. It should be alive so that you can go. So right now we'll be not doing, just give a name over here. I already given, and region is specified. Like you can choose from various regions. So advanced setting is like will be not be changing any of the default given settings. Will be moving forward with the same settings. I haven't changed anything. So click on networking, and if you give a public endpoint, everyone can access the thing which you have built in the storage account. Public endpoint selected networks, like you can provide the IP addresses of thing which you like, only that person can access, or only that IP address can access. And private endpoint used for security purpose, like any of the government related data which need not to be shown or viable to outside environment. So data protection is like the thing which I was explaining. So enable soft deletes for blobs, like whenever you delete this container, Azure backend gives you a buffer time of 7 days. It will retain whatever you deleted after you deleted. It will keep for 7 days. If you need to increase that, you can increase that. And by miss, if you would have deleted, but you need to, you can think this as a recycle bin. So whenever you have deleted this, so that you can fetch back, go into recycle bin, and you can take back by miss if you are deleted. So this thing we don't need right now. So tags, as I explained yesterday, it will be like when we will not do this thing from entire graphical Azure. So when we are using any kind of infrastructure tools, or some of the other tools like Ansible and Terraform, we need these tags will be very much handy for us. So you can give anything for just learning purpose or a testing purpose. I'm giving some name. So once you have done whatever things we would have configured, you will get a gist of all those things, and just create, hit on create button. So it will take some amount of time. So we can see once it's created. So I think it takes 2 minutes. Deepak, anything you need to say within that time? Like
You can
you
tell
joined in late.
what is blob in fact, like
Uh,
how exactly.
guys, resource created. So blob is nothing but like a storage. It will provide you a storage account, like whatever things you need to like. Like let's say this, you have this couple of images over here. So these images you will be having in your local system or any of the other cloud providers, but you need to access it through any of the medium. So that in that case, you will be provided with some of the resources by Azure, so that you can keep those videos, images, or text formats, or any of the things that need to be accessed via your account. So you can keep those things in your resource, like blob storage. Like it can vary around cloud to cloud. There are a couple of other resources. So this provides you a safe security of 99.99% according to the claims which are made by Azure. So this was blob. So we'll see, just we have created overview or a container for that. So whenever you need, see, we can see what all things we have configured. So these are all the things which we have configured. So whenever you create this, you can go through all of this, and you can get an idea, and you can also go through their documentation. So now we'll be creating a blob, like we'll be hosting an image in cloud. So to host an image, Azure provides you, there are four types of storage structures or storage types Azure provides you. So containers is the one, like you can store your images, videos, photos, everything you can store. Like tables will be the SQL tables, even queues will work on the same structure. File shares will be like some of the mission critical data whenever you need to share uh, data from one organization to one within the organization. So we'll go with not like, it's like kind of a dynamic thing. So in containers, we'll tap on containers. Like currently you could see there is no logs or nothing has been there. So whenever you need, you have to create a container. You can create a container by giving a name to it. So we'll give a workshop, and like there are three options you can see. Private is no anonymous access, means no one can access, only except you, rather you also cannot access mostly. So even you cannot access that. With other one, next option is blob anonymous read access with for blobs only. And other one is container, any for container and blobs. Like this blob access is like read only, like you can read and see, and whenever you need you can change. And this is like anyone can access it, but you need to give a unique URL. I'll be showing how does it work. So we'll be going for read access only. In advance, I don't think we need to select anything, so we'll leave this default thing. So successfully created a storage account. So once we have done, we can go inside that. And inside that, like we could see many of the options, like which I was referring to earlier. So IAM is option, mostly if time possible we'll be covering that. And shared access signature and access policies are like who all can access this thing inside that, inside your workshop container. Workshop is the name of the container, and properties are a couple of things you can explore. So change, like in current in if you're working in an organization, only you will be not be accessing to this. Right now it's empty. If some things are there inside that, you are the not the only person will be accessing it. So there will be a couple of other members or teammates or colleagues will be accessing it. So everyone needs to provide a particular access level. Like a single person should provide it with read and write access, others should be provided only read, and others, no one should be provided with the delete option. So you can do those things with access policy. Now we'll upload a basic file for image or something like that. So this is all, I think, image I will blob type, like whatever the file which you have given, the name gets over here. Override if file exists, like if you have same file with name of that, a file gets replaced with that. So it's a blob. You can right now I have not explored what is page and append blob. Default the blob will be a blob. I'll be explaining you difference between blob and other storage structure after once it's created. So no need to change anything. We'll upload it. Once the upload is successful, we can go inside whatever the file which we have uploaded. So a unique URL will be generated. So in you can think so, like if you upload with the same URL, 1 minute, so you could see our image from locally, it's been hosted and in cloud, like whatever the image which we had given. So the thing is like that, like if you have given this MLSA workshop on yourself, and the rest of the URL has been generated by Azure people. So so whenever you give a name, the first part of your URL should be unique. If you give the same name, it will not accept because it's globally hosted. So what DNS concept says that whenever you host something, it should have a unique name. So that you should always give a unique name at first whenever you are hosting the thing. inside the same container. I'm referring to if you create two different containers, inside that you give same names, it will work. But if you're creating a same inside the same container, if you are giving two similar names, it will not work. So the reason is that uh, the URL which is it will generate, that's the reason you have to give unique name. So and with that, and this all the details which would have created, like cold delete, hot delete, and everything. So whenever you need to add or save something changes, you can go with changing tiering level, change access level, like whatever we saw earlier. Like now we'll see, make this private, and once it changed, let's say, see, now no one can access this. That's what we were referring. Like it's some of the mission critical data. You should not be allowed to uh, you outsource your information to entire world. So now, right now, we are learning and with this technology, so you can change the access level according to what you need. So I think for right now, this is what I was about to convey. Deepak, anything else
That was awesome, Aditya. Now just
you
make sure that
can?
link is public. Am I audible, right?
uh, 1 minute. Yeah.
Yeah. Just make sure that link is public because I will be needing put it in chat
Yeah, yeah.
box. I will
Okay,
be
okay.
using it for me. So guys,
And
so what you want to tell something?
no, 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 you can go on.
Okay, so what Aditya was telling was blob storage means suppose even if you are doing a DPMS project in your college days, right? You will be needing some photo videos to be hosted in your website. So what you will be do, you want to store it in database. But if you go for MySQL, you need to do some more processes to store it. Aditya can tell that one how he did it. He has done that one. But if you want to do it in cloud, so cloud has this blob storage method where blob means photos or videos. You can store them in the storage account. It's like you are keeping in your local system one of the folder. You will create the folder first. You will keep the photo there. Similarly, in cloud, we will create first a storage account, and inside storage account, we will create a container. Inside container, we will keep our files. Okay, so that was he did, and he made the changes in access level so that who should access it, whether everyone publicly access or inside the organization or only he should be able to access. So these things was explained by Aditya. Aditya, will you tell about your project you did, like your video streaming project, where how you did it in DBMS in one small
Uh,
few minutes?
like in my fifth sem, we did it on database management system for video streaming. So during that time, I was not aware of these technologies. So what was the challenge was, like we were able to keep maximum. I don't know. We could have done it better. Like we were not able to keep scale up large amount of files like 1 GB, 2 GB files. We used to just keep around 10 MB or 20 MB file in our database, and we used to fetch that, and we used to stream it without the front end technology. So we could have done this better way, like we would have hosted our database in cloud, and we could have took help of this blob storage, so that our model gets scaled up at the normal time, not just confining to our database or locally. So this thing you can inculcate whenever you will start building projects after this. So the approach was like that. We did locally. We kept our data in MySQL.
Fine, fine, Aditya. So I will continue now. So, is my screen visible?
Yes, you're visible.
Well, so I just want to tell about yesterday, guys. You people might be remembering like we created a website and we hosted it in the cloud so the clients can come. This can happen in normal days. What we did yesterday was able to handle normal days. Suppose we have created website and day by day many people are joining at a time. At that time we can't keep simple one server, so we will have multiple servers. But what happens is suppose this client is accessing only this server, okay, this IP address, and everyone are accessing the same IP address of this server. Okay, we have website in all our four servers, but all the clients are going only to one server, then automatically this server gets crash. There needs someone who can take the input, the IP address, the whoever clients are coming to them, they should distribute to them who are free. Okay, like many people are coming and he will be allotted to server one. If someone else comes, he will be allotted to server two. And if three comes, he will check first one and two if it is free, else it will go for third server. So what is one more benefit is, suppose this server is undergoing maintenance by the team, or it has been crashed, automatically the load balancer will take this the client's request to the remaining servers. So here the work is done by the concept called load balancer. As it says balance, it will balance everything, like whom should it send, whom should. So what I was telling, the person client is trying to access the website, and he will be reaching from load balancer to the certain servers. So this is called as traffic. Okay, when users are coming to internet and accessing the website, then they are called as traffic, the flow of traffic. So people will say in the technical world that there is more traffic towards this server, the traffic should be distributed towards in between these servers. So we say the flow is as traffic. Coming to this load balancer, Aditya, we will show the demo of how the Google works, right? As per plan.
Mm.
So we want to show how Google has implemented it. Ping. Can you see? We are just pinging. So what this ping means, like it will send a request from our local, I mean our internet client side to the Google, and it is getting the response from them. So that's what the ping command will do, and we are getting reply from them. Where is the IP address of this? Aditya, IP address. Do you know where is
I
the IP
think
address?
that's coming in Octal forum. I'll show. I'll see in my thing. 1 minute.
Okay. You also do it,
See,
share
you
screen.
change it to pinggoogle.com. Try once that.
No, it's only Google. Only for ping Google, we are getting 32 bits of data. They're not showcasing their IP address directly. They are converting into octal and then for 32 bytes, and then they are showing them. We thought they will show direct IP address. Still, Aditya, can you see it will be some changes here, right?
No, no, no. Same for me also. They have hidden that same thing. They have 824. 1 minute. I'll show.
Okay.
There's a change in that. Guys, you can take note of this. Like I'll be sharing my screen.
Yeah.
Deepak, once
Yes, yes. You
you
can.
share once. I'll say in something.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah. See in that you could see 24046800 So in my screen, I will show you that the difference where I will be showing. I think my screen is visible. So you could see over here, the same google.com which we pinged, it went into a uh, different OS or a different connection. So in my screen, so actually it should come in a normal IP form. They would have converted, or we should have changed something. I don't remember that option. So you could see over here 404 and 824. So the in Deepak it was pinging to 814. So this is what Deepak will be explaining how this balancing is happening. I think Deepak, now they would have got an idea. You can explain.
Okay.
Your screen is
Okay.
visible.
So this was, guys, like load balancing. So what we'll be doing in our demo is we will take the data, I mean the request from the user, and after a certain time it will decide to send which server. We will see it live. We will create two OS. Like yesterday we created one website, and we will create two website with little changes to identify ourselves, and we will connect it to load balancer, and we will constantly try from client side, and it will start changing the servers. They will start changing the OS, and we can see it live. So that will be the demo we will be showing today. Before that, I have told you just a highlight of the load balancer for a normal page. Aditya, will you tell that advanced topic like application load balancer also right now itself? So I can do demo later. We can't hear you. I think his network is down. We will do our demo and later we'll see his network is down. So first I will log into my portal. Those who didn't came yesterday, just a second. Just a second. Guys, 2 minutes, his network is down. He want to continue that. Till now, do you people has any doubts? You can feel free to put.
Is my screen visible
1 second. Let me edit. No, it's not visible right now.
now?
Yes, it's visible. Yeah, carry on.
So I'll be I can start with load balancer, right? Like application load balancer.
Yes, carry on.
So, guys, as Deepak explained, there what is load balancer, but as and when challenges came across, load balancer has also evolved. Like let's think about your web page as a single web page can be navigated to 5 different sections. Like a basic web page is like consist of home, about us, what all the features we are providing, and contact us. It's a basic thing. Like every website would be having those things. So in that case, whenever you go with a elastic load balancer, or it's also called as a conventional load balancer. So in that load balancer, a single web page would be hosted, and every time you go hit that website, it would be channeling its traffic to one or the either OS. Like we would, like in this image, we have shown you one of the either. Actually, this is the image of AWS Elastic Load Balancer. For explain purpose, we have taken this. So every time you hit this, either first or second instances you will be hitting. So this is what about conventional load balancing. So we'll go to the advanced load balancing. There are advanced load balancing concepts. There will be such as application load balancer and network load balancer. Right now we'll be covering one of the thing is application load balancer. Network load balancer we'll see in future, but the right now the important thing is application load balancer. In application load balancer, you could see over here, let's say it's also called as a path based load balancer. Let's say we'll go with the image example only. The users or the end users which will be accessing web pages or websites, in that we have kept a load balancer. This time it's not conventional load balancer, it's an application load balancer. Let's say your website has got two or couple of other services. We'll take two services right now. One is of a product and the services. Whenever a person comes and I will show you with this. Like if you come with any workshop services, so you should be the load balance should navigate into the services web page or services page which you have created. It's like something like you have created a load balancer. On top of that, load balancer not only manages your instant the path to which you have to reach, but it also on behalf of you, it's balancing the web pages inside web pages. Like you can understand you will be having one website. Inside that you will be having uh, two of your product services, so that whenever you hit into the website, then hitting into website is also be controlled by load balancer. Along with that, which page inside your web page, it's also controlled by them. So whenever you hint it with path of product, you will be there will be couple of other product pages. Let's say there are 10 product pages which is hosted in 10 virtual machines. So whenever you come with path product, you will be navigating, or you will be balanced between that 10 OSs. Whenever you come with services, you will be balanced with 10 of those services. So this application load balance has evolved from single web page to multiple web pages that's existing within the single web page. So this quite complex to understand at first place. So you can go through any of the videos and articles. You'll get much knowledge about it. Uh,
Yeah. So shall I do the practicals?
Deepak, like I think it's complex. Like you need to add something, or
No,
like
no,
you
no.
can
Oh,
go.
we'll continue with demo.
Okay, you can show so that they will get an idea.
So guys, in brief, what Aditya was telling, suppose you go to a Flipkart website, right? You go to Flipkart website on Big Billion Day. Okay, there will be an offer for certain mobile only. Okay, so what many users will be coming to the website, they will be the homepage or they will be going to shop something other than phone, that offering phone. Okay, like some laptop or something. So what you will be doing, you will be going for mobile that web page and you will be adding it to the cart. So what happens? Thousands of people like you also will be going towards that only page that is mobile, which has been in offer. Whereas when laptops or other whichever accessories are there, no users will come or very less people come. So what does this load balancer, application load balancer does is, when huge amount of people are drawing towards that mobile page, mobile offer showing page or adding card, it will start handling that one also. It will start showing, it will start putting them to separate servers, and it will make sure that everyone will be able to access the page and it won't be getting crashed. That web page should not be getting crashed, not the website. Okay, on other hand, application load balancer will also be taking care of whole website, that the website should not also get crashed. That was what application load balancer was. Now I will be doing the conventional load balancer. So what we showed here, this is normal conventional load balancer, that is whole website will be in servers and it will handle whole website only, not a single web page but whole website. So first I will go to, as usual, my portal. We will be giving you the Azure credit voucher if you stay till end and put the attendance. We will be sending you within by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, along with the certificate. So first, yesterday I had created my group to a resource. So I will be using the same resource. It was a resource group. I have already created Azure OS as one OS. I will be creating the second OS with the same configuration, but I will bring this a little changes. So we will go for compute. We will choose the virtual machine. And here we have my group 2 as a resource group. We have virtual machine name as Azure OS 2. And east availability same, we don't want to change it. Image by default we are taking Red Hat generation 1, and size, yes, this one we will choose like yesterday, same like we are creating one more website, same like the previous website yesterday we created. SSS probably we want password, I will keep the same thing, name Azure OS 2. Well, so I have said this. Inbound rule, I told you yesterday, we are not only SSS, but we are also allowing HTTP because public access. We are giving access to everyone. Then licensing we don't want. For disk, we will choose standard to reduce the cost for our learning purpose. We will attach hard disk for it. I will change the size. I will change it for normal standard HDD. Uh, I'll be choosing 32 GB one. That's enough for us. So the GB hard disk encryption type, I will leave it as it is. I'll click on OK. Now I'll go for networking purpose. I mean, in networking, they have created everything. These things, it's complex. We will share the videos from where we learned these things, so you can refer there. Network group, I told you from where, how the client should come. We will put it as basic. And inbound, that's what it is asking, whether we should allow everyone. Yes, HTTP is allowed. Now Identity AD. I'm closing this enable shutdown. I don't want to shut down it automatically. Now, yesterday you might be remembering, uh, we're using a command. Do this once the OS has been launched, but we don't want to waste time, so we are creating right now itself. I'll just make sure I'm putting the say comment properly. System city enable HTTP.
It's system city.
This one slash, I mean hash exclamatory n. Should I come with slash here or just directly bin? Um, like this or just one? Let me see. We usually don't remember the script entirely. We will just okay. It's slash should come. This is how guys you should also do. Like we can't remember. We are humans. We can't remember everything. So what we can do, we can refer for the documentations, but we should be knowing what we are doing. So I'm just installing the server. I'm enabling the server as soon as the OS launches. Then I don't want anything else here. Tag, I just don't want here. So it's asking reviews. So they are warning me that it is publicly available to for everyone. I'm just telling, okay, fine, no issue. Everything is fine. So I will create. Let it be get created. We will go for creating load balance. So first step, what we have done yesterday, I had created one website. Today also, I'm also creating one more website to avoid the time of deployment, right? I will go and create a load balancer. Load balancer. This was created for previous purpose. I'm clicking now. I'm creating a new load balancer subscription. I need for my group too. I will keep a name as LB2. Then type public, SKU standard, fine. Tier regional, yes, it's fine. Public address, create new. Yes, we are giving a okay. The deployment is successful. Meanwhile, we create this one. Public address name. We have to give a name for our public IP address. I will giving it as YP1. Public SKU address management availability zones. I don't want. I should not put. I will put zone redundant. Make sure don't choose no zone or else it won't be able to host. Just if you are just for learning purpose, we'll be choosing zone redundant. If you want load balancer to be present in multiple zones, you can go for 1, 2, 3, whatever there is. Add a public IP, no, not required. IPv6 not required. Routing preference, Microsoft is fine. We don't need tag. Now we are creating a load balancer. So the thing is load balancer has been created. Now we have to think where should like which OS should be connected to this load balancer, and we have to put some uh there are three steps. Like now we have created load balancer. The second step is like health probe and HTTP rule. So what is this means? Health probe means suppose it should also get to know which voice is working fine, which voice is not working fine to draw the traffic, right? That's why we need health probe. It will take care of those OS which is working or which is not working. And HTTP rule is like from who can access them, which via which port they can access. Like like so few people to access the websites prohibited in India, you will use VPN proxy, right? Similarly, this will identify who can access our website, the HTTP rule. So now we have created the load balancer. My group to LB2 here, LB2. We have a load balancer and it has IP address. Now we want to create a backend pool. I will be adding a backend pool for it. I can keep as backend pool name. I don't want to change anything. I will choose IP address here. I will be choosing IPv4 only. This virtual network, which one we want? We want our this group, right? Now they are asking the IP address. So before going for this step, let me continue that voice one. Let me finish that voice one. As we know, Windows, sorry, command prompt. I will be coming back to this backend pool later. Let me create the voice, the second voice. We have here our OS2. We will copy the IP address. So yesterday you might be remembering, we went first SSH space -l username and just right click your mouse and it will paste the IP address of it. Since you are accessing first time, it will ask yes or no. Now password. So we are inside the OS right now. We'll be choosing sudo. We have to convert ourselves into root account, right? Su space. So now we are in root, and now I will be going to cd var. We will be going inside the HTML page, I mean folder. And now inside HTML, we will create nano index dot HTML. Yesterday we used some yellow color, I believe. We will put red color today. Body BG color. One hello from OS2. You can develop your web page as you need. We are taking a sample here. Control S, Control X, and it will end. Now we can check out by using cat command. Our everything is fine now. Yesterday you might be knowing that now since our website is ready, our OS is ready, but if we want to host it for public, the HTTP access is given by the OS, but we should enable it, right? Or we should add it to access here HTTP. So what I will be doing, uh, firewall. Our firewall will be stopping it. That's why firewalls command minus list services. If we put this, it will show that what are the firewall, what is it allowing. Now we want to put HTTP also should be allowed by firewall. I will click on arrow above arrow mark so that it will copy the same command. I will put it as HTTP. I will change this as list to add. Now, right once now after closing the OS right today, and if you want the same thing should be happening tomorrow also, like HTTP should be allowed by firewall for permanent purpose, we'll put it as permanent. Permanent. I believe the spelling is proper.
Double
Yes.
minus, I think.
No, no, spelling. I was thinking of spelling. Permanent spelling. It won't become permanent. You see. Okay, yes. Now I got it success. So if I want to see it, I can see. Oh, it doesn't give an HTTP yet. Let me remove that permanent and see check out opens. Yes, now it has came. I will make it as permanent. It's already enabled. We can make it permanent later part. Now I have completed this part. I don't want to leave it. I will leave it as it is. Now, yeah, in our profile. Now, whenever we have our OS, right, we will be having a private IP address. Look here. This is the private IP address we will be giving for configuring. Like if you have website and you are attaching to the, I mean, other resources, then you should be using this private IP address because you are building project inside. You will be using private IP address. If you are giving for others, then public address should be given. First, I will copy it and let me check if it is working or not. Since it's first time, it's refusing actually work. I have done everything properly. IP address has been done properly. I will go and see. Sometimes these things happens. We should be ready to make. Can't find. Instead, I will go just directly. I will create one more. Let's not waste time. Compute. OS 3. Passwords. Once. The system firewall. Yes, now it came. So the problem was first time we should always be careful about the firewall. If firewall is blocking, for us, we had enabled the firewall for HTTP. It was working. And in Azure OS also, we had allowed the HTTP protocol. So there was also no issue. But here, the HTTP, that is the server was not enabled yet. So that's why it was showing it was not hosting our web page. We have enabled the HTTP server, that's Apache server, and now we can see the website has been hosted. Now I will go back to my load balancer concept. I will discard this one. I don't want to create. Now this LB2 was my load balancer first one I created. Now I'm going for my backend pool. Before going to my backend pool, I should note the private IP addresses of the both OS. So we'll choose the first Azure OS 10.1.04. I will copy it and keep somewhere. Now our another OS is Azure OS 2 and it is 1. Okay, it just we'll keep it for safer side. So now what we will do, we will go for home, load balancer, second load balancer, and we are creating backend pool. Wait. view backend pools. I haven't created any load. You can go that way, or you can just correctly click on backend pool. Now I will put create new one and pool. The virtual network is for resource group 2. I'll choose IP address. I need IPv4 itself. Now we have to put the our IP address, private IP of our both OS. So we know here we have copied, right? It will show it. Now there was second 10.0. Sorry, 1.0.5. That was our second one, I believe. Yes. Don't worry, guys. If you're not understanding, no worries. We will be giving you a documentation. I mean, we have created an article. We'll be providing it, and we'll be giving this video also. You can do the practical. Uh, and if you have still doubt, you can ask us. Now I'm adding the backend pool. So what I did, I'm giving access via IP address. I'm not using NIC. It's a complex topic. So I'm just connecting the OS to the load balancer using this backend pool by IPv4 address. So the deployment is succeeded. And you can say, can you see that both the OS names are being shown here? It has been deallocated. Let me refresh once. Okay, we haven't launched the Azure OS, right? Yesterday we had stopped it. We haven't started it back. Let me go back to Azure OS. I will click on start and the OS will start running. So the OS has been started. Azure OS 1. Here is the IP address. Let me check it out once. If it's working or not. Since it's launched right now, it may take time. Connection timed out. Yesterday we didn't do permanent. I'll go and do it back. Here I'm exiting from the OS 1. Exited from root and exited from OS 1. Copy this IP address. SSH -L. Since we are logging at second time, it won't ask whether we are sure to log in or not. It will just directly ask the password. We'll go for root. Once we are root, we can see the firewall. If you click on history, right? Getting what all the comments you used yesterday. So I will be using the firewall. So this one, firewall comment resources. Copied it, pasted it. Okay, it's allowing HTTP. It's working now. So this was yesterday we created this website. Hello world, welcome. And this was the IP address. And can you see the IP address of this one? Hello from OS2. We have two websites right now, and we want a single load balancer to handle both the website. We have just made these color changes in the sentence to in order to identify the changes happened behind the load balancer. Now we want to go back for load balancer. We have created load balancer. We have connected it to the backend pool of the OSs. Now, as I said, I want to go for health props to ensure if the OSs are running or not. So I'll be clicking on add. Now health probe, I will give it as health 1. That's all. Protocol, let it be TCP. Let it be choose as HTTP. Yes, because we are accessing the HTTP protocol. Port will be 80. Path will be slash means it's starting from root. Interval, if they are asking for how many seconds, like after trying how many seconds, if like suppose the server has been getting what they say, it has been crashed for 5 seconds continuously, then it will start immediately going shifting to another voice. Now, unhealthy threshold means suppose it's happening for two times, like two consecutive failures. Suppose two users came or one user came, it was crashed, and second user came, then also it was crashed, then immediately change the OS. So that was this is unhealthy threshold. Then add, we have created health probe, so it will take care of our OS. These concepts might be complex to you people. I'm saying again and again, we have documentation for that. We will be giving this recording, and we will be giving an article how to set up this one. Uh, Let it create. It's validating. Slowly you will understand what is load balancer if you start exploring more and more about it. And this was the project we are speaking about. Like if you, many people nowadays are going behind machine learning, data science, and they are doing web development project. If the interviewer asks like, you okay, what are you doing? If everyone will say, I'm doing machine learning project. Okay, where are you doing it? In our local system. Then it's common, everyone are doing. If someone will ask, I have done my web project, I have been hosted in GitHub or something, they will say, okay, it's a ready-made, you will be hosting it in ready-made websites. But once you say that I have done my machine learning, I have run my model in the cloud, or if you say that I have built a website and hosted in the cloud, then the difference of this concept, I mean, how it impresses the HR or the technical interview matters a lot. This is how we were able to crack many companies, right? Uh, like because we hosted everything our projects in the cloud, and that's what made the difference between we and other people who hosted in their local system. Now we have created backend pool, we have set up the health props. Now it's time to go for load balancing rules. There is no rule yet, we will be creating rule. So I'll be give it as LB HTTP rule. These names are not mandatory that it should be like this only. Like there might be like what like numbers using special category you should take care of. Other than that, you can keep any name. You should be able to remember it. IP version IPv4 front end IP address. I will be using the front end. Can do you remember we created a load balancer at beginning, right? We were choosing that load balancer protocol. Let it be as it is. Port 80, backend 80, backend pool also 80. Everything was 80 for us, or we should choose here. Okay, we had created backend pool. Health probe also we had created of 80 protocol. Session persistence, we don't want to do anything here. Timeout, I don't want to change anything. Reset, floating IP. So I have created, but I want to ensure it, right? So I will go to the Microsoft documentation. Here they have given clear create a public load balancer to load balance VMs using Azure portal. Like whatever we are doing, right? They have showcased, but only they have showed the concept of load balancer. We are showcasing how we will connect the OS with load balancer. So this was the things we did these things. They will show this with image. It will help you out how to create. Even if you're newbie, you can understand it very well. Health probe we created, load balancer rule. They have given this name, front end chosen, port 80 done, mic port 80 done, all resources done. So what will be the conference protocol? Yes. So can you see here TCP and port 80, backend port. Again, we have chosen 80. It's not mandatory to choose 80, but you can choose like it based on your system configuration. Health probe chosen idle timeout. They have kept 15 minutes, but we don't have so much patience to try. Backend server, we don't want these things because we are just doing basics. Conventional load balancer. I will be adding it. Guys, this project will really will help you when you if you don't have any project, and if you put this like you have learned cloud, or once we give the certificate, right? If you put the certificate in there and you mention that you were able to what was this learning, you were able to implement load balancer or attaching to a voice, then it will surely impress the uh, interviewer. So everything is done. We'll go back to load balancer. Can you see that the load balancer has their own IP address? I will copy it. I will see if it works or not. Oh, wait. Yes. So can you see the OS1 by default is been shown here. I will be using Control R for refreshing it continuously so that I'm sending huge traffic to the OS. I will be constantly pressing it until it changes. It's- It takes some time because it's random. It need huge traffic to come. Can you see automatically change? Can you see that IP address is same? The load balance is same, but the website has been changed. I'm again pressing the Control R, continuously refreshing the website. We remember, right? Two consecutive failures. So two times it failed, it changed the website. Can you see the IP address is same, but the behind concept, the website has been changed. So what I can do here, if I want to improvise, I will see for DNS. If there is DNS, we can put it up. No, there is no DNS. No worries. Like yesterday, you might be remember we created a DNS, right? That's like name given for the type address. So that now what we'll be doing, you understood that we created a load balancer, a conventional load balancer, which will be handling. Right now we have given two OS. You can give more than two OS, like three OS, four OS, five OS. So this is how the load balancer works. It will distribute the traffic if you continuously. So see, this is the separate IP address of OS1, this is separate IP address of OS2, but the load balancer address is different. Can you see it has been changed? This was about the load balancer concept. Now what we'll be doing, we thought of implementing now, which is this OS. This is Azure OS1. Okay, now we know that Aditya had created a public link. Let me try this first time, even though I'm also trying. Let me see if I can implement that link, blob storage link, copy link. I'm seeing if it is still available. Yes, it's still available. I will put this link in my website. So what I will do, I will go to cd slash var slash www slash html. We know our web pages. We have index HTML. I will go for nano index.html. You can use Vim also. We are using nano for easy purpose. Now I want to add this image. So there is an image command. Let me copy the image command first. Image tag. Guys, look, it's not mandatory. I told again and again, it's not mandatory that you should remember everything. You should be knowing what to do, how to do, and when to do. Just right click and it will paste. So image source image girl.jpg. Mm, I don't think these things are not required. Let me see. I will replace this with. Where is it? What was 600? Right click and it will be pasted. We are trying it for first time. Let us see if it works. It should truly work. Last time I implemented normal photo. Control S, Control X. Let me go to the load balancer web page and see if I can see the changes. Can you see the image has been added and it's dynamic. So every time when we say the dynamic, it means that we are working behind and instantly it will be auto updated in the front end. So that's what we say dynamic here. You can see I have added image to only OS1. That's why it was showing OS image. If we want, we can put it here. We can link to different pages. Suppose I have OS1. I will create new index2.html. We'll have a body, bg color green. There are lots of things you can do here. We'll be showing a basic instead of putting image, put h1. And I'm ending the page with I'm ending. I'm sorry. I have closed it. I have developed now. Now we have this website, right? Suppose we want to go to the next page. We have here slash index. I kept the name as .2 HTML. Let me see if it works or not. Not font. What did I give the name? Index 2. Should work. Let me see. Yes, it came. It took time to update behind the server. So can you see this HTML how they change? Suppose I want back just index. We got this. This was about load balancer and the putting embedding image. So can you observe that this image has been hosted? The blob storage has been hosted in my friend's account, but I have used it for my website. This is how you can also do. It's not mandated that you should be keeping it in local system or not. This is how we will use. Now coming to other things, what we were thinking of is billing. You want to know how much was your cost, right? So this is the billing. Right now I have this subscription. If I go to this subscription, you can see currency, how much I will be having, and my currency is as per Indian. It will show just a second, it will show here my subscription. It's loading. So till date I have used for load balance purpose, like long back I had created, right? 450 rupees for my old load balancer. Right now, no, my right now LB1, LB2, it says not updated, I believe. So like OS, and we will be using various resources. Everything will be shown here, like separate resources it will show. This showing load balance. Okay, this 98 rupees has been created right now, I believe. This is world one 450 rupees, and I can see if I go in same path, where can I reach? When will the cost reach the limit? We can set the limit also, uh, and we can transfer billing ownership. Suppose you are a person not owner of the organization, then or you are transferring the owner organization, you can put this billing ownership to someone else who is paying for you. Like suppose you are developing a website for a client, you develop the website in your server and later you will give the ownership to him, but still you will be managing the website, but you will give the building ownership to the person client, so he will be getting deducted for the amount. Right now I was given 10,009k rupees of, I mean 10,000 rupees of currency, and remaining is 9,000 rupees for me, and 3,000 has been done, I believe 3,000 or 3 rupees, I believe. Then we can keep budgets, advisor recommendation. This advisor recommendation is like suppose you have some limit, you have to keep limit, how much limit it should go, and how to notify you via mail. You can ask for advisor. They will suggest you how to use the Azure resource efficiently. Cost alerts, I told right now that suppose it's crossing some limit, right? You can add for which resources, for what's the time, if the budget amount exceeded, whom should it ask. Those things will be shown by the whatever is it, cloud management cost alerts. Other than that, invoice is for your billings, how much you have done, everything will be shown here. Payment method, you can attach your card once, if you are using normal account without giving like what we give voucher, if it expired and still you are going to use, you might need to put the voucher here. Azure subscription, suppose if you participate in various Azure community events, they will be giving vouchers for you for free so that you can redeem them and you can apply and you can use it well. Right now we have some voucher given by our Amazon account. Connector for AWS. We all know the AWS is the leading current cloud provider in the world. occupying 95% of the cloud clients. Still Azure is glowing. So what happens is there might be resources where AWS cloud resources might be connected to Azure cloud. So they have given this option of connecting our AWS plug account here. Apart from that, we have few more things. Just we are explaining about the tools. Mm, servers, quick start. This app services is for those SAS platform, or you can say PaaS platform, where you have ready website. You just need to deploy and load balancing. Everything will be taken care by uh, the Azure itself. Like you don't want to configure net anything. It will internet anything. I mean network. It will configure everything just by few clicks, and then you go for app services. Azure Cosmo DB is like nothing but like I believe NoSQL database in other terms. Cosmo DB. Multimodal yeah, NoSQL database. Like it doesn't have any schema, not a normal relation table. What we use MySQL in our local projects, right? Function app, no, not function app. Monitor to maintain what are the resources, how much it's happening. You can visualize the metrics, like suppose like which resources, how much time it's consuming, how its performance, right? You can go here, and if there is any problem with those services, right, you can go here. So still date, no service, no issues has happened. Um, Health history, nothing has happened, so it should be default, nothing. Security advisors. Suppose you have very less security for your resources, then it will advise you here. It will also say if any issues happen, services. Apart from that, nothing here. Function app, virtual networks. This concept we thought of completing, but it would be more complex, so we don't want it. Like suppose in simple words, virtual networks means you are in an organization and what are the resources you are using, right? Suppose even at your home, many people, IT industries, they are working at home, right? Still they are able to access the organization. What if I am using normal my connection and I'm normal user and going accessing my personal things in the organization's account, right? Some hacker may come and bleach our network and he can go through it. So in order to avoid those things, this virtual network came into existence, like virtual private cloud in AWS, they call it as. So what will virtual network do? It will create a network between, okay? You will be having best example is like we will be having VPN proxy, right? That's the best example. There are few websites which can't be accessed in India, but we can access out of the country. So they have their own network. You will go through them so that you whatever you do the things in cloud, it will not be able to hacked by third party people. So that's why we will be using virtual networks. And static web apps, like now we showed our web apps, right? It doesn't take any input. It doesn't show you, I mean, it doesn't give any output instantly. If that's the case, then you can go for static web apps instead of app services, and you can host your websites there. If it is taking input like address or some details from the user, go for app services. Kubernetes not required. Networking, mobile, container databases, mixed reality, identity security, DevOps. If you explore DevOps, right, guys, you should go through these things, how DevOps has been evolved to help the cloud. Other than that, we wanted to show you IAM. That's the most important. Most of the people will ask, what is this IAM? Let's see. So what exactly this IAM means? Suppose like as the company grows, right, you will be having a root account. Suppose if yesterday Aditya showed, like I will go for some OS, I will delete the OS immediately. Everywhere the OS will be deleted, right? Because I am the root. This account is root because I have created here. What happens by with the help of IAM means, suppose you have a person as an employee for your organization and he will be also working, but he should be restricted from few things like accessing the cloud database or accessing the which is not under his work like OS. Then you create a IAM for him and you give him some credentials like username, password. Then he will access with it, or you can take his username, password, and you will put it here, and you will give access to him. He will be having certain access. Suppose now think that my friend is access has the access for blob storage, and he doesn't want me to give for his OS. Then if I go on under him, he will give me IAM access where I can only access his blob storage, not his OS. So that's the thing use of IAM. IAM is not limited only for users like we humans, but it is also having like identity access management. They call it as identity access management. Suppose your OS will be accessing or your load balancer will be accessing two or three OSs or any other resources. Even those load balancer will be given some restriction. What can you access? What not can you access? So those can be will be done by IAM roles and policies. You can go and explore those also. Apart from that, yes, this is let me ask Aditya. Aditya, are you there? Aditya, are you there? I think he has left. He had some important work. Just a second, guys. Let me ask him. We need.
Any idea?
Okay, so there was one more topic like yesterday you might be knowing whatever we are doing here is called as web UI. Like we are using the web version of the cloud. There is also another called client version. If you click here, it will show a screen here. You can put all the comments. They need some storage, right? That's why they are asking the few storage. Like we used Windows, we can go for PowerShell. If you want Bash commands, we can go for Bash. We will go for PowerShell. Bash is for those like you might be knowing at beginning I wrote few script and I ran, right? Those you can run. Now they are saying we don't have any storage connected. I will create a storage for it. A default, a little storage will be given for it. You can see the pricing of it. You can alter it. Also, at the end of the session, we will be giving attendance form and we will be also telling about like there are few Azure certifications which you have to do to show it's a global certificate. Like it's not like Udemy or Coursera. It like you have to write exam, you have to crack it, and you can showcase to anyone. It's an official certificate from Microsoft themselves, and it's a paid, but we know how to get it for free, and we will showcase to you. So they have created cloud shell. They are connecting us. This terminal is getting connected to this our account. Now directly telling about they are directly telling about type AZ to use Azure command. And if you have want any help, just ask the help. Okay. So what I don't know. I just know about AZ. Now I will ask for help. It will show me huge thing what I have to do, whether I have to do for function app, whether I have to go for cloud, I mean for something account related. You can understand the like what is it all about? Like here's something create and manage rollouts for your services, manage app, manage. There might be some create things, stat interactive mode, CLI. I will see AZ service. I believe there is a command such. I'm asking what things it can do. It doesn't have a service bus, resources. Okay, AZ resources. Okay, AZ resource list. So it's showing what all things had created till now. They're showing everything. It's very long things. Uh, the timings, identity null, storage, the storage we created, right? It was behind the work. Now we used it for Azure Cloud Shell. Okay. Then look here. We have created my group one. This was long back I had created, and the disk I had attached. Even it has been shown. My group one. This was again created long back. My group one. They are showing every tools present inside the resource group. Let me see if I can see. Okay, they are showing everything what I did. Look here. I had created today load balance, right? It's showing here name, load balance, plan nothing, succeeded. It's in resource group. So I'm just seeing there are lots of commands you can just Google. Suppose I want to see command to check OS launched in Azure. How do I check my Azure version? AZ minus version. AZ space minus version. It's showing that my Azure is 2.25 version. Okay, everything is up to date. I want to see. I don't want to see like just checking if it shows like this. Azure VM list. Okay, AZ VM list. Okay, these are the my VMs, the OSs which I created. Everything has been shown here. We can go and we can see everything, these things. Apart from this, okay, this was all about the Azure. Uh, we will go for the certifications. There are many certifications like Azure certification path. So there are lots of certifications here. You can see like developer certification, administrator, solution architect, AI engineer, data scientist, data engineer, DevOps, security functional consultant. Being a student, you don't need to go for there are various levels. Let me see if I can show levels. This image. They're telling about explanation and want tested image. Yes. So can you see guys here? They have fundamental certifications, they have associate certifications, specialty, expert level. Okay. These certifications you can do by if you attend their Azure community meetups or their competition, completing basic challenges, then you will be getting the vouchers for these exam. Each exams will be costing you like $200. $300, which will be converted to Indian currency, will be like around 8,000, 10,000 rupees. Suppose you are going for the company, sometimes company will reimburse for you if you do the certification, if it is required for the project. But if you believe that, okay, let me do some certification and get into that role particularly, you can start from fundamental. You should start from fundamentals. So AZ 900, similarly, there are three certificates in total. AZ 900, like for Azure fundamentals, basics. AI 900 for those people who are planning to do their kickstart their AI, I mean artificial intelligence journey on the Azure cloud. And there is a DP900 for those people, again for data science, artificial intelligence people, there is DP900. So we will be helping you like to know how to get these vouchers. Even these are paid vouchers, but you can get it for free. And these vouchers, as I said, you should participate in the events and they will give you these things. Once you get fundamentals, you will jump to associate and you can choose administrator is equal to solution architect voucher in AWS, developers for the developer purpose, AI engineer for those who enter into data science field. So recently, I mean from long time, Microsoft Virtual Training Days India. You can expel from the India, like you can see all over the global days. You can see Microsoft virtual training days happening. I will go for one of the website. I can see the calendar here where the event is happening. Like it's a session. You can go immediately and try to register for 22nd June is happening. For they will be giving what happens is like if I give click, let me see if it is available or not. Sometimes everything will be booked. Look, registration closed. The limit has been exceeded because people will be waiting to attend the session. They have certain limit of vouchers. So make sure. Let me go for data fundamentals if it is available. Yes, it's available. So this is for those people like SQL, NoSQL, MongoDB. Those concepts will come here upon the cloud, like Azure cloud. So this will be 2 days event. Yeah, it will be 1 day event. So it depends. OK, there are three certificate major here. You can attend the training. You will understand how you will manage the data. Like yesterday you saw the blob storage. Today you saw blob storage. Yesterday you saw SQL database. How to manage those things, and they will explain you more from basic scratch to intermediate level. They have split the concept like data, relation database, everything, non-relation database, everything they will explain. Apart from that, they will be after completing this free training, you will be eligible to take the Microsoft Data Fundamental Certification exam for no cost. So the rule is register for this, attend the session, love both the days, attend the session, immediately attendance will be marked by them, and within the 5 days, you will be getting a voucher. And as soon as you get the voucher, go and schedule as soon as possible because the validity will be 5 days from the day of the session, end of the session. So here we can say it's ending on June 25th, right? You might get after 3 days or anytime, like within 5 business days, you will be getting a mail and you should ensure that you will fill it before like June 30th. If it is June 25, you should finish the scheduling your exam for June 30th. And again, the exam you can schedule for as much as far, like suppose uh, you don't want to take right this week itself, you can put it for next month. You can schedule as you want and you can start preparing accordingly. Suppose if you want to reschedule, you just need to reschedule 1 day prior, you go and change the date. That's very simple. And the exam is very strict. You have to prepare very well. And how will you prefer? Microsoft Learn Learn website is there. This is the official documentation of Microsoft for fund. I mean Azure. You can go and choose a path. Suppose you are preparing for Azure fundamentals. They have 3 parts. Go here, just click. You will start reading documentation. They might be having basic video, but these concepts will help you a lot. And they will explain what is cloud computing, what is Azure, what are Azure services, get started, case introduction, knowledge check will be a quiz and a summary. So as you go, you can complete, you will be having the points here. This will be able to like you can showcase this to the LinkedIn people, I mean to the professional world. So this is how you will learn. This is the from scratch. You can learn from here from scratch. If you go for certification, you can browse the certifications. So I want to Azure, and in Azure I need fundamentals levels beginner. Can you see here? AZ 900, Azure AI 900, and DP should come. Yes, DP is here. And apart from that, there are other certificates also for Power Platform. Those are it's up to you. You can choose any. And if you click there, you will be drawn to Look, after getting the link also will come here. Like once you get the voucher, right, you will come back to here only. AZ 900 Microsoft fundamentals. Look, the cost is $99. If you convert to Indian price, they are 3,600 rupees. So just you should schedule with Pearson. If you go to Pearson, they will showcase like how to schedule and those stuff. Go to certification board. This will show my certification board, I believe. Let me see. I know today's topic is very complex, but we will be giving recording. Go and refer other documents also. If you are stuck, do ask us. We will help you out. So this is my dashboard. I can see like I recently completed a few exams. So here certificates will be shown. These are official global certificate. It has much value than other course or Udemy or any other certificates. Even they are giving the Microsoft certificate. This has much more value than those. You can see if I click preview, you can download them as PDF. And if you want to submit for your company, you can do like this. So you can put it in LinkedIn also. This is the certificate we have earned. You can see Satya Nadella sign signature, let's say auto signature, and we will get a unique certificate number. This will be able to identify and how to say share with others, right? Let me see. Suppose you want to share the badges, you'll be getting for every certificate you earn, you'll be getting a badge to showcase to the world and put it up in your LinkedIn. You can go right today itself and register there. First go and I recommend go for Azure one. Like just check it out. Azure fundamentals, AZ fundamentals. Yeah, here it is. Virtual Azure virtual training day. It's on 20th July. It's specific time. Convert it to IST and do attend both the days. You will be getting the first level certificate for free. And if you want to explore like DevOps, GitHub, okay, it's look the demand is very much. Even next month has been booked already. You can go and explore. There are lots. Look here again. It's on 29th July Eastern time. It's available. You can see the voucher is here. You have 2 days. You have to attend both the days. Coming back, my badges. These are the badges I have earned. Like as we get the certificate, these things will be given to us because we need whenever we want to share. Suppose I click on it. Oh, how to share? Yeah, click on share. It will redirect to one of the third-party website who is taking care of our badges verification. This is the reason you can't cheat them. These are my other certifications. OK, suppose I want to go for Azure fundamentals. This is the link you will be giving for everyone. OK, like you can put it on LinkedIn, you can put it on Facebook, wherever you want. Or else what you can do is suppose if someone has came, right? Click on three dots. I can make it public, but let me copy the link. I will go for copy the link. Now, so if suppose if someone is coming like this to see if we have really earned it or not, whether we have really passed the exam or not, and they will also show which job titles we are more recommended. They will click the recruiter will click here verify, and it will show that yes, it's proper, everything is fine, it's verified. It is showing that it is authenticated. OK, because I have wrote exam genuinely and have done. Resources are there, and you can that was all about the Azure fundamentals. These 2 days We have wrote an article. I will be sharing this link in the group or in the mail also. We have wrote everything inch to inch. You will be able to do all the things what we taught here with the image, so you won't get mistake anything. Anything else, guys? Do you have any doubts? You can feel free to ask us. Just check it out if he has given feedback form. Yes, do fill the feedback form, guys. All those 34 guys, please do fill the form, or else uh, we can't give you voucher. Putting it again. Wait, he's a recorder. Just a second, guys. We need to stop the recording. Okay, here it is.